Hey guys. Sorry, one of the dogs isn't feeling well. Just give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. Let me see. Hi, Kenergy. How are you? Hi, Stanley. Hi, Jello. Pretend fashionista. Hi, Julie. Hi, Betty. How are you? So tonight will be somewhat of an open panel. Um, Only open to people I know. I seem to get strangers always wanting to come up. So I put almost. I had a bunch of notes written up, and then I just decided to scrap it. And yeah, I'm just gonna go with. Um, I'm just gonna go with the flow. So I didn't cover everything that I wanted to during Tira's breakup video. Um, One of the things that she mentioned, was that her homegirls, herself and her homegirls, have have felt that I've moved funny for months now, and I really don't have an answer to, is that true? Is that how her homegirls feel? Because her homegirls that she's speaking of are my friends. Um, I was hoping to have answers. I still don't. I do know that Curls um, does support me as well as Tira, which is great. Um, Another thing that Tira brought up is my comment that I left in a members only live stream, and it had to do with Shelly and me saying um, that if you're friends with Shelly, you were never friends with me. So I'm going to put a little more context behind what I meant at that time. Um, I was being questioned about having been in Popcorn's chat, having wanting peace with Popcorn, all that kind of stuff. And to me, the reason why I said it is because popcorn was a trigger for, you know, the creator that was speaking. Popcorn was one of her triggers. And I was trying to explain that Shelley had done the same thing. She has tormented me. Um, so I was trying to get her to compare the two. Apparently, it's not comparable because I have never thought of unaliving myself. And I don't think that's fair. Uh, and I've told the creator that. Um, the other thing is, there's nothing wrong with someone saying their child is neurodivergent. It's such a broad spectrum, and it's like kind of like an umbrella, where there's pieces that come off the umbrella, and ADHD is one of them, which I've openly said before that, my daughter has ADHD. When I said neurodivergent, I then realized from, you know, looking around at some of the posts, stuff like that, we have one that didn't go to college, um, one that can't put a comprehensive sentence together, and then we've got a nut bar who doesn't have a clue about anything. And all three of them thought that it was wrong for me to say that she's neurodivergent. So that's when I realized that they just don't understand the meaning behind the words neurodivergent. Um, is that, um, okay, and then Tira went on to make a video speaking about me saying neurodivergent and her saying that um, shame on me for releasing that information about my daughter. Okay, I didn't release anything more than I ever have in the past. And then you went on to say that I shouldn't have expected anything from you when it came to the nails for my daughter because you can't even take care of yourself. Well, I put up the emails on my community tab to show that yes, Tira, back in 2024 was the first time you promised to send them. I didn't I couldn't post the whole email because it does have my address in it. Okay, but you can clearly see that she's telling me all I have to do is pay for shipping. Then again, it happened in 2025. You opened shop when you were at Pookie's mom's house. And I don't know if you have early onset dementia or what's going on, but you sat there and spoke to my child face to face. My husband was here. You spoke to her when we were on a call on IG, and you talked about butterflies and cherries and colors and everything like that, and you had the perfect set you were going to um, make for her. So for you to say that you don't remember ever speaking to her is a warning sign. You either have the beginnings of dementia, or it could possibly be that you have a new problem, right? Something that you've denied ever having until recently. You told your whole audience that you're on rugs, or you were when you were at the crazy house for a month and a half. That your your credibility just went out the window. You've been lying to your subs. I don't care what you say. You were taking money from your subs, and none of them knew that you were doing any type of um, anything more than trees. Um, I have not, yeah, no Kennergy, the white snowy stuff. Um, I've never done anything other than to try and motivate you. You've told your audience, I don't know how many times, to hold you accountable. Um, and I've done just that. Yes, we've had 3 fights in 3 years. Um, and I know exactly what happened during them. In fact, I even have the email from the one before um, this final one. I'm not mad. I'm not mad, Tira. I have seen it coming. I have opened my eyes, I would say, ever since you got to Chicago. When you admitted to what you were doing with Mindy and Jason, then I knew something was off. I'm not mad at you. You don't want to be my friend? That's fine. You don't need to be. I don't need you, Tira. I actually feel bad for you. You don't even have a place to call your own. In 3 years, you managed to stay in an apartment for what, a couple of months? Then you moved in with your son because you got evicted from that apartment. So where, Tira, where is the progress? There has been none. And if there's been anything, it's been a decline in what you give to your members. Hang on a second, guys. Okay, sorry. Um, she also tried to say that I only pay $6 for a membership. I posted what I pay. I'm in Canada. You're not taking that into consideration. This is the third time I've had a membership where it's been cut off. You saying that everybody will get a refund is not true. Okay? We're already the 19th. I think it renewed on the 7th or somewhere around there. We won't get a refund for those 12 days. I never have in the past either. The first time you lost your channel, so we lost our memberships then. I mean, not that being a member really had any perks ever. Um, then the second time, it was because you decided not to uh, collect your money and hopefully save it. I find that very hard to believe because you're constantly looking for money. I don't know if you realize how often you say in videos or on your community post how broke you are, how you're eating out of a can, um, and it's human nature for someone else to care when someone is going through that. Okay? You came out of, I believe it was the hospital, it could have been the shelter. You said you were going to be on the streets. I commented and said that, is there a way that I can buy and get blankets sent to you? You even highlighted the post on your community tab, thanking me for it. Um, I was willing to do that, give you um, outright money on PayPal would never happen again. When I found out that Pookie wasn't actually working, and the times that I did send, it was not only feeding you, but it was feeding him too. Like, no, that just didn't sit well with me at all. It's up to him to support himself. And I mean, if you're willing to support him, that's fine. But your members need to know that he doesn't have a job and you are supporting him. Okay. Um, she didn't say, sorry, I haven't been following the chat. No, she didn't ask for cash because I only offered blankets. But the thing is, uh, hours later, she was, she said Pookie went and found her because he couldn't stand to see her on the streets in the cold. And that was actually your guys' Thanksgiving Day. Um, Sorry, I haven't kept up with the comments, but I'll lose my train of thought. Um, oh, really? No, I didn't hear that. Kenoji, I don't know. Well, she does have some form of income where, I mean, nobody's sure what it is. Um, Probably a disability I mean, agoraphobia. She had that, and her other mental health conditions. I would think that it would be considered a disability, and she might qualify for something like that. But I mean, I don't live there. I'm not sure how it works, right? Yes, yeah, I don't know. I've heard stories of anywhere from 1,200 to 1,800. I don't know how much it is. I just know that she 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 still becomes broke no matter where she is, and uh, yeah, I've been guilty of since becoming a mod last year for her. I've been guilty of posting those, um, links to her Cash App and that kind of stuff, and I never realized it until I sat back and I saw all the screenshots put together at just how much begging she actually does. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Right. Well, I think she pays rent, but he doesn't, right? Okay, so see, I guess we could say anywhere from 1,200 to 1,900, right, Dennis? Exactly. Um, the other thing I wanna touch on is she tries to shame me and say, you know, why didn't I go out and buy my daughter some nails? And I posted what exactly, and we ended up doing. We did save it for her birthday, which is in August. So I think Tara had promised them in May, and she kept putting it off and putting it off. Anyways, long story short, we ended up getting her a complete set to do her own in May. Yeah, I mean that in the apartments, yes. I don't know about like at his family's house. No, uh, I think that was at Tracy's daughter's house, right? So from what I understood is that Pookie's sister's house, where they're back at, when she was originally kicked out. Yeah, apparently she paid rent and she never got that money back, and she got kicked out. So I don't know. At this point, I don't even know what's true and what's not anymore. Yeah, yeah, it's deflection for sure. Yeah, yeah, I did hear about that. Um, yeah, yep, I agree. Now I'm gonna touch on some other things that I didn't think I was going to, but you know, I'm completely done. So I'm gonna go all in. Um, During my time on YouTube, and especially in 2025, I want to say, I've gotten so much flack for being cordial to others. Um, I've been told that I was untrustworthy because told I admitted that I was the one that told Euphoria that she was doxxed in our group chat. The other night in Rebrands, I was told that I'm too insecure to have YouTube friends. I've been accused of being Bliss's friend for God knows how many times. I've been accused of being in private group chats and discords with Bliss and them. Um, yeah, it is, and it's bugging me, and it's just gonna come out. And I'm sorry, I hurt whoever I hurt. It's just gotten to the point. Like I have been on this platform pretty much as a lone wolf. I understand B has had a lot of things happening throughout the 3 years I've been around. Um, but I've never had um, that the same kind of loyalty that I have shown other people. I've never had that um, on this platform. Curls, yes, has been a great support. I didn't like how she handled the live with Rebrand the other night. I felt very much like Rebrand was almost gaslit into thinking that what she did was wrong. I get that some people wouldn't do it and they might think it was wrong, but it was in the past. It was 2 years ago that it happened, and we're not supposed to judge anyone by their past, right? Just like I never judged Tira for whatever she's had going on with, people like Bliss, Cindy, JJ, Steph, Marissa. Like I know there's a past with all of that, and I've never judged it. So for people to sit on, I feel like Curls came at Rebrand hard because she definitely has a bias. Um, it wasn't fair. Curls is very supportive of a lot of people, and you know, it's been fine for her to be allowed to go around and chat with whoever she wants to, and it doesn't get mentioned. For example, Bliss, you and her used to be friends, and you talked, but because I'm cordial with Bliss and all of them, it seems to be a different standard for me. I can tell you that a few months ago, Bliss and I had a falling out. We had an argument right in the comments section. I left her messages unread, and she can tell you that up until this stuff with Tira happened, and she sent me a message, um, supporting me. Um, and I appreciate that. Uh, but these people think that I'm out here talking shit about everyone everywhere. Like I hardly even open my IG. I'm just not a social media person. Like it is what it is, and that's why I didn't fit in with the group chats because I couldn't keep up with it. Um, and no, yeah, exactly, yeah. And I've never spoken to JJ in DMs. I will say one um, thing that, I thought was very nice of Cindy is that she messaged me at Christmas time because I've always said that, I've always watched Cindy, probably even before Tira, who knows. And she messaged me to wish me and my family, a Merry Christmas. She actually private messaged me that. And, I truly appreciated it. Um, so yeah, I believe I was questioned in a live stream about if I was friends with you, Bliss, and I responded that I couldn't speak for you. Like I don't know how you feel. Your feelings are your feelings, and that's how it is. We don't know each other well enough for me to even classify it as a friendship, but you know, it's still I can still go to your channel even though we were in a fight, like, and I left you, unread. I can still, when I see something that I like that you've done, all your elf pictures, your cute little um, animal videos, minus the cat ones I can do without. Um, I can still go in there and be cordial and friendly with her. And the only thing that would stop that is the block button. I'm going to go where I want to go and say what I want to say, you know, wherever wherever I please. Like Um, I'm done standing up for anybody anymore. I'm at that point. Like, yeah. Okay, let me just try and see if I can catch up on some of this. I apologize, guys. Yeah. And the one thing I can say about Shelly is, you know, kudos to her because She has kept um, her house over her head for over a year. That's more progress than I've ever seen from Tira. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it ended up good because other people came in, and I was just shocked that Tara had the audacity to put on her community post, and she was most definitely referring to B. She put up there that, um, you know, comment about Rebrand being a weirdo, and how her friend was now, reconsidering her friendship with Rebrand like that. And then to find out Rebrand had been given the cold shoulder, I don't know. I didn't. Rebrand's been a great supporter, you know, and I've checked. No, we never have. I've checked Google and everything, and it seems to be they're more strict on sniping, when it pertains to gaming. But I couldn't get a yes or no answer. Yeah. And that's exactly what I wanted, peace. And some of these people were in Popcorn's chat as well, some of them on her panel. I wanted to have I wanted everyone to be um, just civil with each other. Why does there have to be all this fighting? Oh, I'll be there tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about what's going on with Shelly. I haven't watched her in forever. I haven't seen Shannon post anything, you know. Okay. Yes, yeah, I couldn't remember exactly how it went down, but thanks for clarifying. Yeah, 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 I know. But I mean, I'm done. I'm done shutting my mouth just to please someone. Forget it. And I don't care if I don't have any friends. You know, YouTube is not my gig. Like, I did it for a specific reason, but I just had to. Yeah, people often give fast food soft drinks at restaurant visits, right? And I've even mentioned to her, if you get a donation, and who cares if it's $2 for your Coke, put it aside, save it. Like, she's never going to have a place of her own. Something has to give. Yeah. And I realize all of this has put some people, um, oh, then I don't know. Yeah, that's, huh. You just stumped me with that one, pretend fashionista. Hmm, interesting. Good, good. Yeah, I do too. Yep. Yeah, about she's part of the homegirls. Yeah, and I mean that's fine if she is. She's known Tira longer. But I'm not gonna sit back anymore and defend people that, I was, see, and there I go where I don't want to hurt someone, and I'm just gonna skip my comment because I don't know. I don't understand it either. Um, I don't know how anybody is still supporting that. Uh, it's their choice, I guess, right? Funny how I have no mods in here tonight. Yeah, as your PS in the first place. I have because she's always said, she needs her her friends to keep hold her accountable. Nah, she's not. That's why I just gotta. Yeah. Well, um, they said the other night that they're not friends with her, but anymore, but they've forgiven her. I don't watch any of Shelly's stuff, so I don't know if they're commenting over there or anything. Yeah, and that's what I tried to do. Yeah. Oh, I've gotten out of that. Like I'm back to watching my old YouTube stuff because I'm really not here for drama. And for Tira to say that I'm her only friend or sub that's ever been involved in the drama, when I walked into this community, the whole friggin' thing was drama. Every sub she had was into the drama. Drama is what got her first channel taken down. Like, please. Join the child's meows. Oh, I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it. She posted them on her community tab. Let me see. Oh, well, I'm glad that she's following through on um, some kids' nails because I posted the proof and uh, you didn't send to mine. Yeah, that didn't stop me. It didn't stop me anyways. Sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. Yeah, it does, and that's why I appreciate you um, responding. Oh, okay. Hi, Brooke. Nice to see you. Oh, I can't get rid of that tickle. Yeah. I mean, can Tara give me one good reason or one good explanation on something I've done? I'll go get, yes, yep. That I'm not going to deny. Chicago is very possessive. Um, I've said it to her. Hi, sweet pea. No, it's not. And at 45 years old, you shouldn't have to be panhandling. Like, yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to read them quickly so I can get to the bottom. Well, yeah. Like it's the same thing with Coley. Like I just don't. I mean, sure, I've thought it was funny when Tira has snarked on Coley, um, and that's probably because of the way Coley has treated me. But if you look at Coley and you look at Tira, they're not far apart from each other. I don't want to make that assumption. Um, but yeah, if I'm telling a friend that I, I'm Shelly is was tormenting me, and I felt the same way she felt. No, not exactly, um, because I've never felt the need, the desire, or the ideations of unaliving. Um, but yeah, I don't want to say too much about that. That's okay. I mean, yes, she has a few, ride or dies, but like, I mean, her views are shit. Her comments and engagement are shit. And I know she's watching me because she's over there frantically posting. And I'm glad it didn't work out this time because I was fully prepared. Had she come out of the shelter with a place, like she said, she would. I was fully prepared to help. Yeah, and another thing that really bothered me, and I think that's what struck a chord with Chicago and I, is that private group chat was to um, purchase uh, birthday gifts, right? For that time, I believe at first it was Anne. Um, and then when Anne showed the birthday gift and, said who it was from and um, in the comments, Chicago responded that, yeah, we take care of our friends or something like that. Like that hit hard because you're supposed to be my friends and I wasn't even included in any of it. You know, it didn't feel very good. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip a bunch because I don't think I'm ever gonna get to the end. Oh, sorry. Good night, Marcy. No, true. She's not. What I meant was, uh, they don't pay attention to their subs. Um, Everything revolves around them. They don't have great engagement. Uh, like just that kind of stuff. I don't think I've ever, I don't even think I've, oh, wow. Yeah, Coley, I have seen her um, put up Cash App, I think, for Roddy Mom. Yeah, Chicago is, yeah, Brooke, you're my mod. You're supposed to be um, lighting up the chat with that. um, Chicago's, yeah, she's she's aggressive. I find she's aggressive. Um, but then I have others that I also find are aggressive as well. Yeah, and with no reasoning. Like what? Because I held you accountable. We're paying for memberships, and you've promised a lot in your memberships, and you've done none of it. And I feel bad for those that took it the wrong way and felt that it was directed at anyone who has members only content. It wasn't meant to be like that. I was fully 100% putting um, Tara in her place. Like, do something. 2 weeks when you promise to be doing this, that, and the other thing, and something always comes up. 2 weeks in between posting um, content other than voiceover uh, shorts is too long. Yes, I don't know. I don't know the. I only know Tira's side of the Chicago and Tira breakup, but I'm surprised that now they seem to be besties, not besties, but friends again. Coley did. Um, Chicago does, yes. Thanks, I appreciate that. Oh, Dennis, I saw that short and her calling you out. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, you didn't. she didn't obviously didn't pay attention to the conversation that was being had because why she would call you out. Um, so with Chicago, um, Tara went away for a month or something like that. I don't know if it was. It could have been jail, could have been anything like that. I don't know what it was. Um, and then when she got out, you and Chicago were best friends. Yeah. Yeah. I'll see you then, Shannon. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it is. One minute she's in bed all day, and then the next minute she hasn't slept for days. I don't think Chicago likes me. That's just my personal opinion. Um, I don't like I don't hate Chicago or anything, and I can be cordial with her. But I mean, the block button will prevent that. Prevent that. Yeah, it was very weird, Dennis. Okay, so Steph, you and Chicago were never friends after her and Tira had a falling out. Oh, see, there we go. Then that's another fucking lie. That was the aunt's house. Um, I think they were, well, she was there in November, then she went to the shelter, and then back to the aunt's house, I believe. I think that's it. Yeah. I thought good night, Dennis. Thanks for being here. I thought the crime stuff was done to you. Wasn't there something with Tira, Coley, and Callista? Um, that had uh, I remember vaguely hearing about something like that. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. There's animosity in this community. Um, and Yeah, it comes off as snippy. Well, it was snippy. Yeah, I didn't like it. But oh, okay, gotcha. See, like I don't know the whole backstory with you and um the rest of them either. Although what I will say is another thing that I didn't agree with is Shelley has been forgiven for what she did, but what about Melissa? You know what I mean? You see where like the same standards are not kept for across the board? Yes, both of them lied. Shelley lied and Melissa lied. We didn't know that Shelley was living with her mom. We were told it was a two-bedroom and it was her, Mike, and the kids. We only found out when she did the fundraiser that it was her mom's apartment and it was only a one bedroom. So if one can be forgiven, why wasn't the other one? Oh, yeah, she did. Oh, okay. Here's the link if anyone wanted to come up. I forgot to post earlier. Mm-mm. Melissa admitted to telling you she didn't give me those messages. I don't know. I know Melissa lied when she was asked if how the information got out. No, no. I mean, we can agree to disagree their stuff because they were not, we were not all talking crap about Abby. And I'm not saying that to protect anyone. That's just not how it went down. Yes, and I can understand that, but um, you were being fed information that shouldn't have been. If you wanted that information, you should have been in the group chat. Was the whole thing. Like I to me, I don't care. Um, Kenergy, you're gonna have to put your logo or something up there. Um, it didn't affect me. Yeah, I was mad at you because I thought what you did was completely wrong. Um, to do that, you were not friends with Abby, and you went after uh, you went after Anne. And Anne is someone that I have respect for. Well, I'm not talking about the group chat itself. What have I said about the group chat? Like I don't I honestly I have not I've not I was hardly ever in the group chats, you know what I mean? Like I'm not quite sure what you meant by I've talked about them. Well, that's a possibility. Hey, Kenergy, you're muted. You're muted. Hey, Euphoria. Oh, absolutely. Spew my opinions tomorrow. Okay. Oh, that's okay, Euphoria. I mean, there's not much to catch up with. I'm sure you've been listening. Or, I mean, watching everything. I mean, I've already been, accused of um, switching sides according to Tira. So, I mean, come on up if you want. Oh, no, you too? I hope you feel better soon. Yes, yes, because you've been around a lot longer and you know more than I do, you know? Uh, Yeah, I mean, I'd prefer that you guys didn't fight in the chat either. I'm not quite sure. I don't know that she was referring to you, but I know. And then he drops himself. Okay, that's what I figured. Because I know you and her have had issues. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm usually pretty good. Sometimes I do need a bit of a nudge to push me in the right direction, to jog my memory. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I really have to say about it anymore. You know, she thinks that she's going to uh, she thinks that I'm going to continue on and I'm going to be, um, head of the anti-Tira thing, but I'm too grown for that. I have kids, I have a husband, I'm not interested in sitting around on YouTube dragging her. It's just not it's not a thing for me. So Terry, you can go your way, I'll go my way. Keep your name out of my mouth. Keep my name out of your mouth, and I'll do the same. Oh no. How long ago was that? Oh, yeah, I've never heard of this girl. Oh wow. Oh my. Guys, just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I have to go fill my water jug. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Um, Chris, I just can't let you up because my chat will not have it. Sorry. No, not really. I wouldn't call it a dox. Although, you guys may think differently, but Shelly was like she was new and she had come across a fundraiser or something on Facebook, and she asked, I guess, not knowing that it was Roddy Mom's daughter. Wow. I guess it's best to find out people's histories. You think so, Bliss? What was her malicious intent? Um, that's where you kind of practice, Amanda. You know how I've mentioned a few times? You don't go over there. Same with Mad Nutter. Don't go over there. Have a good night, Shannon. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Oh, I'm not worried about it, Shannon. Yeah, a lot of people have said it. I've been warned more than once. Good night, Betty. Thanks for being here, and I appreciate your support. I mean, you could be right, Bliss. I don't even remember. Um, I don't even know if she was in group chat then. Oh no, they don't. And you've called me out several times for leaving Tira. Who's Wendy? Oh, Oh, that's funny. Just like I saw a post of him saying that he never threatened to gut Marissa. What? That account is I'm positive there's more than one owner on that account. Thanks. Um, well, PF, you would call me out about taking Tira's side, basically, and I still didn't listen. I would get angry, and although I don't know if I ever told you to fuck off, did I only save those for Bliss? Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly like her diaries of a homeless chick is what sucked me in, and I was enthralled, like because the lifestyle, homeless, gangster, um, that kind of stuff. Now I see it in a different light. Oh, I'm assuming you're gonna bring that up on Bliss's live tomorrow. Found. Mm, fuck, I wish I could remember. The only thing I remember, Bliss, is, and I don't know if it was in the chat, something about a friend or a relative or something lived close by you or something along those lines. It might not have been a chat that, because to say that she actually put your Facebook in the chat, I've never seen that. I did see Euphoria's. Yeah, I told you, Amanda. And she goes, yeah. Okay, well at least Bliss wasn't the only one. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think B's dirty, but she's definitely biased. Hi, Nina. Good to see you. recently. Well, and see, that's where I struggle because they've people have enabled Tira for 5 years. Um, I mean, it's one thing to be a good friend, but it's another thing to not um, hold them accountable for anything ever. And I'd be like interested to hear what they think about. Oh, excuse me. Hang on. Be interested to hear what they think of um, her latest video and admitting to uh, being on nose candy. Yeah, me neither. It's a weird thing to admit to. uh, Probably. And it's so stupid when I think of it now. You know, all because thought Tira. Uh, it's freaking embarrassing. Oh, that's who you mean by Wendy. Yeah, no problem. You'll voice your opinions and I'll listen to them tomorrow. Okay, where am I missing this Chris stuff? Yeah, I just know that if I let her up on panel, um, we'll have a lot of pushback. But where I'm not even seeing her. Yeah, and I feel bad for Cindy, like, making fun of her for needing groceries and hear Tira's, begging for tacos or Coca-Cola or whatever the grift of the day is. Oh, good grief. Yeah, isn't that wild, Bliss? Hmm. I don't know because nobody knows what to believe now, or people shouldn't. Oh yeah, I'm better now. Thanks. I did have it scheduled. Um, but thanks for showing up. I just when Tara started feeling weird. Oh, you Tara is ridiculous. Yeah, like when did I start? When have I ever started moving weird or moving funny or whatever? I go and I talk to whoever I want, and I'm always open about it. Like I'm not behind the scenes saying one thing and doing another. It's friggin' weird. There's a reason why I was going into Popcorn's um, live streams. Like if you look, most of the time I'm not even paying attention to the panel. I'm chatting with, well, I say if you look, I mean it's too late to look now, but I I was chatting with the people in the chat because I enjoyed them, I know, right? So silly. And be reality. Yeah, and you know what, Steph? I think you're bang on. Yep. Right? Yeah. I mean, I don't, you know her off of line. I don't. But I mean, with the way she acts on YouTube, I can't imagine she's any better in person. Yep. Bingo. Yep. Okay, now we need to all go to sleep, and tomorrow will come faster. So, has was Tira ever even in a gang? because she would have been with glitter, is what she's said. Oh, me too. Very naive. Yep. Yeah, I can't say I felt the same way. I didn't. And if I say the name Tracy, so be it. When she came to YouTube, she introduced herself as Tracy. So it's in there. Like it's stuck in there. She introduced herself as Tracy Marie, and it's just stuck in there. There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah. And Cindy is such a nice person. I've always liked Cindy. Yes, yes, I'm sure it does, and I think that's great for her. Oh, and then making fun of her sobriety, sick. No. And like I was saying, I'm not opposed to people putting their cash apps or whatever you have down there, um, uh, to get money from. I'm not opposed to that. But when I saw all of the screenshots all put together and the wish lists, um, it was like a huge eye opener. Like, I don't know, it's greedy. And to think that she, just casually threw stuff away or gave it away or sold it, um, you know, so gross and shady. Yeah, I like Cindy. Yeah, she is. Now I did struggle um with JJ, and even JJ knows that, but I've always been open about that as well. JJ comes off harsh um sometimes, and I mean I guess Bliss can too, right? It depends on it depends on who's listening to it and how you feel at that time, I guess. Yeah, that was on one of those sock accounts, right? No, that was Shelly that posted that one. Uh, yeah. the same thing as Oh, so not Tira herself? Well, isn't that fucking interesting? Jesus. Yeah, that's true, Amanda. I mean, you gotta be loyal to be in. No, I'm not. I'm not a liar. And if I can show the proof, I'll show it. I couldn't figure out how to show the PayPal, but as soon as I can, I will. Oh, she wasn't. Okay. Oh, I I know nothing about gang life. Okay. I just wanted to make it clear because I know some people get upset when I do say the name. There's nothing I can do. That was the opening um, video, and it's just stuck. So I just want you guys to know that I'm not being disrespectful. It's just it's like second nature. I had already heard it before she asked to be called by Glitter. Oh, maybe, eh? Oh, okay. And then Tara had to go back to jail, right? And that's why they adopted. Right, because you have to have a lot of respect in there. You have to be loyal. I always thought that talking about it, especially on, social media, you couldn't do stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I know that, Teresa. She's, made a few comments, and I appreciate that. I mean, there's no beef. There's no beef. It's just that I just, like I said, it just depends on the situation and what's going on and how she comes off. Um, but no, she's been, I've seen her be supportive of, what's been going on and stuff like that. I'm not saying that I hate JJ. I'm just saying that I've had um, not not necessarily issues with her, but it's hard to explain. Yes, yeah, yeah. See, and but I find that you and JJ are not exactly alike because um, you will even if you see JJ um, step out of lines, you'll say something. I don't know. It's very hard for me to explain, but I don't hate JJ. It's just it's just a feeling, and it's not all the time. You know, she was in her teens, but Glennon. Okay. Yeah, and we can't change who we are, right? Like, yeah. Yeah, it's just a personality clash, right? Sometimes, like that's all it is. I guess it's like the three of you guys um, add something to your friendship. You know, like Cindy's um, gentle, but I mean, I'm not saying that she can't be um, aggressive when she has to defend herself. I've definitely seen her do that, but she's gentle, and then I find Bliss comes in next, and then JJ adds another portion to it. And it's not that any of them are bad. Yeah, yeah. That's what we have to do is ignore it, right? Yeah, I figured it probably didn't bother her. If anything, it was, everyone around saying that it was a dox and stuff like that. Um, you know, we were just we were just talking about her earlier. Yes, yes. You rein each other in. That's yeah. Yeah, and that's how we have to look at it, or at least that's how I'm starting to look at it. Like there's no community because whatever this community is, it's fucked up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right, Steph. Yeah, me too. But if they don't, I'm okay with that, Shannon. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think I've had, I think I've had a lot of run-ins with people because I stood up for Tira so much. Like even people that I don't even remember are in my comment section, saying that I've attacked them in Tira's comments before and stuff like that. Uh, and I didn't realize that that's what I was doing. So I've definitely made a lot of apologies. Oh, Shannon, do you not remember that you and I had it out for a while as well? Yeah, 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 and that's the thing, right? Because of who you get judged because of who you support. I mean, I guess that's just life in general, though. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely different leagues. Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Hey, White Russia. Oh, really? But you said you took a step back, right? Yeah, yeah, she is. Yeah, yeah. So you don't really know what's going on. Um, yes, I have three. Can you hear her snoring beside me? Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, it's my dog. Oh, sorry, guys. It's because she's right up against me. Yeah, you did. I read that comment, and it was very well written. I think it was. I think it wasn't allowed. Um, I think there was a gate there preventing it from going into the kitchen, but it wasn't. It wasn't her boyfriend's dog. It was his brother's dog. Yeah, yeah, and asking for 10K for a tooth? Hello. I mean, apparently it was a joke, but uh, was it really? Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't have ended well. I want to say the Save Robbie was a couple thousand. Because didn't that happen in 2024? Oh, really? I haven't I've listened to him a couple of times, but I don't know the people that he speaks on, so I'm always lost. Yeah, I remember that, Tabitha. Yeah, and it silences you. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't. That's why I can't let what Tira has done. Um, I'm not gonna brush it under the rug. Yeah. And see how you notice how she was like sharing your posts and that for a bit? Like, so phony. It's because I was doing the same thing, sharing your um, posts and stuff like that. And it's the same thing with popcorn. She was she not in the chat all the time as well? She was like, hello? Are people not remembering this? Yeah, and there was cartons of cigarettes apparently too. I'm surprised that nobody has that video of her admitting about the laptop. Oh, well, that's good that you didn't, White Russian. Around 3K. And wasn't it like around 2024? Because the rent was 1K. Yeah, then it would have been over 3K. Yeah. And then what happened with the last I saw, um, well, Save Robbie's not friends with the other lady that also helped fundraise for Tira, and they're both attacking her. Like I said, I don't know that community, so I don't know who's who. Why isn't chat matching here live? I'm probably behind. Oh, yeah, that could be it. Yeah, that's probably. I guess that's how I get. One way I can relate to Cindy. We're always behind in chat, right? 3 minutes behind. Maybe it buffered for you. To lose the community. I don't know. I guess time will tell. See, and that's why I started doing live streams was to get everybody back to um, being able to chat. I don't think it would work for. I think Tara needs to be living on her own. Oh, that's very possible, probably. I think she's been blocked for a long time. I'm not sure how. Um, I'd have to unblock her. I'm not quite sure how to do it while I'm on Google Chrome, though. Yeah, that was wild then. Tasha Cooper, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, apparently, Steph, apparently a lot of it. Jesus, am I ever behind? What's SFV stand for? Actually, I don't even know what IE stands for either. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm geographically challenged. Yeah, and how many times has she tottered in between getting one to not needing one? And I thought more recently, wasn't the boyfriend going to get one as well? How long has she not been working? Like, I thought she worked when she had her kids, but I don't think so now. Yeah. More people need to see through it. Well, I think that's what, wasn't he supposed to do, get something like that? He's qualified for something like that, and he was supposed to get that together while she was um, in West Virginia. Yeah, she said that she could do like an office type job. That's the only thing that she could do. Don't, isn't it like schizophrenic people um, that talk to themselves in the third person? Or am I thinking of something else? She hasn't worked since she was a teenager. Well, what? Okay, here you have to, in order to qualify for, um, I guess what you guys call SSI, I think it's called disability. In order to qualify for that, you have to have um, like a working background. You can't just work as a teenager and then qualify for that later on. You have to have so many worked hours and such like that to qualify. Yeah, that does. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when you try to inspire and encourage your dad for doing that, and what's the difference, Brooke? She has a disability one. Okay, so that would be like what we would call CPP, which is a pension plan. Not regular Social Security. SSI 981 max. Okay, so has to be the SSDI, but it can't be if she hasn't worked, right? It's kind of funny when you think about it. One is disability and one is when you retire. Okay, that's what we have here. Yeah, I don't know how to unblock until I get back to my on my regular browser. Sorry, I could disable that out. Okay, okay, yeah, same here. Well, and that's what we've been questioning, right? Why hasn't she gone back? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, but she actually has to follow through. You're right. That is the one we paid into when, right? Okay. Yeah, I can't see there being a lot, but I mean, if it brings in even a couple $100. Or oh, that's sad. White Russia. Yeah, well, when Olivia was on last, she was talking about how Tara walked in there like nothing had ever happened and how weird it was. Yeah. I mean, heck, my kids don't even want um, the low end stuff. They want these. My youngest wants these nails that are called Glamnetics. You can only get them on Amazon, but they're friggin' expensive. Only has content. Yeah, I don't like that it took so long, but it is what it is, and I'm not gonna be her content. Like I won't be reporting on her all the time because I will be I'm already unsubscribed and everything. The only reason I was getting notifications is because I'm a member, so it sends you an email, but she canceled them, so I won't get that email anymore. Yeah, well, Tara did a lot of that, Brooke. Um, I mean, and I don't know, maybe after tonight I won't have as many supporting me, but I'm just tired of it all, and I wanted to say what I wanted to say, and yeah, I keep clicking the do not recommend, but it still takes a while. Yeah, because I remember there was uh, it was Marissa, Olivia, There was a couple of others that had a falling out, or they tried to work it out and it ended up being a fallout. Yeah. Well, I mean, I, I hope people do. Yeah, I agree with that, Jello, because I wasn't a big fan of hers either. Oh, that is she not with her husband anymore? And I probably did too, Miss Tabitha, but I don't know, I don't even have an excuse for why I supported as strongly as I did. Yeah, well, if they don't, I'll understand and you know I'll keep on moving on. I just don't want to be tied down. Yeah, she did. I don't remember the whole story either. Yeah, it's the double standards. Like I can't do it anymore. Yeah, eh, and quite possibly, you're right, Jello. At the time, there was animosity there because of a certain video. People wanting it up, down, and yeah, that's when I just said, "Fuck it, it's going up, it's staying up," and I don't know. I just took a dislike to them. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's a possibility, Teresa. But I took so much flack from that guy too. Hmm. Yeah, like I mean, I was definitely biased at the time. Um, and you know, I'm not gonna hold it over her. Um, moving forward, like I'm just not. Yes, unfortunately, she's blocked right now. I'll correct that when I get back to my main browser. Yeah. And you know, at least I can say that I'm not out here. Um, yeah, we did, Brooke. I'm not out here begging for anything. Um, I've showed the proof. You promised my kids something, and shame on you for not for for not following through. And it's not the first time it's happened with someone on here. She's a Boston Terrier, so they have the pushed-in face. That's why they snore a lot. Oh, probably. Yeah, we have two. We have two Bostons and a boxer. The one beside me is my husband's dog, though. But she waits for me to go to bed. Yeah, it's like a pug's face, only cuter. My mom just got a well, I shouldn't say just. I think she's 7 months now. Um, it's Yorkie. What's meant to be will be, I guess. I had one that I took in as a foster. It didn't last even a week because the stupid thing wouldn't quit eating its own shit. Yeah, No, I wouldn't say that I was railroaded to stop being friendly. Um, it's just the backhanded comments. Um, oh, your friend Bliss. Um, you know, it's stuff like that started to irritate me, and I would say we're not friends. We don't even know each other. And I mean, can we honestly say that we're friends with someone that we don't really know? I don't know. Fuck it. Bliss, would you like to be my friend? Then we can end it all. But what I don't understand is you've been you've been friends with Curls for a long time, right? Oh, I'm dead. Did come in from Prince Howard. Yeah, you did, but um, you you explained why you were in there. I hadn't seen a previous video. I was going based off of that specific live that we were in. I'm not looking back. Yeah, but like, yeah, you would talk occasionally and stuff like that, right? So yeah, friendly, right? And that's all I want, to be friendly. Doesn't have to mean anything more than that. Yeah. So I don't chat with anybody every day. No, she wasn't actually. We were, she was talking about, but it all worked out that you understood. Oh, I don't know the details on what happened, but I thought it had something to do with um with Shelley because I thought it was all around that time. Oh, sorry, and I probably didn't even see them. Scrolling up. Um, that was from. I can leave the past alone. She is willing to move past. Yeah, that's fine. The past is the past, and I'm definitely moving. I'm definitely moving forward. Yeah, that's true. No, I've never heard you say anything bad. Um, I've never heard anything reference to shock jock type. No, it's okay. I mean, it's not lost on me, and now everyone knows that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But she's old school, right? So you know how they say, it's hard to break old habits. But I get how you feel, Amanda. Yeah, see, and we have to do better, as a society because, you know, the younger generation doesn't need to, they need to learn to accept, you know, the mentally and physically challenged um, future generations out there. No, I want a Labubu. No, don't. I want one. Yeah, whatever. I won't be watching it. Well, does she complain about them? Oh, she doesn't really like. I did hurt her feelings, and um, she she hid me from her channel. Um, I did say ask Amanda to tell her that she was being petty, and she did unblock me. She just, like I said, we're oil and water. Yeah. Um, she's like a rough around the edges, right? Well, that's pretty much what it is. All right, guys, it's 12:44 a.m. here. I do have an appointment tomorrow, and I want to be hopefully back for Bliss's live. So I'm going to hit the hay. Yes, me too. I will see you tomorrow, Bliss, and probably everyone in here. I hope everyone has a great night. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a good night. Bye.